All right. Hi, my name is Peyton. What's your name?
My name is Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. So before we get started today, I would just like to go over some basic stuff before we get started. Everything we talk about today is considered confidential. This includes any notes I might take, recordings of sessions, even anytime you call to schedule or cancel an appointment. You can choose to give me permission to release information to any agency or person you designate. Limits to this confidentiality include if I'm court ordered to release any information, if I learn of any physical or sexual abuse of a person under 18, or if I believe there is evidence that you might harm yourself or another person. Do you understand all that, and are you okay with moving forward?
I do, and I am.
Perfect. So can you state your date of birth for me?
My date of birth is 5/15/95.
Perfect. So tell me a little bit about what brought you in today, or why you think you're here.
I think I'm here today because I have a severe anxiety disorder and it's just getting worse and I don't know how to fix it, control it.
Okay. So when you're feeling this anxiety or having those anxious moments, what do you feel like physically or emotionally?
Like my heart's going to beat out of my chest and my mind's going a mile a minute.
Okay. Do you notice any other physical symptoms when you're like having anxious thoughts or anxious feelings?
Sometimes I get really fidgety.
Okay. And how long have you been noticing you've been feeling really anxious or noticing these physical symptoms?
A long time, like since I was in high school.
Okay. And do you ever remember having these problems prior to high school or any other time in your life?
I think I've always had really bad social anxiety. I just think it's gotten worse as I've gotten older.
Okay. And have you ever had any current or past feelings or thoughts of wanting to hurt yourself?
No.
And have you had any current or past feelings or thoughts about wanting to hurt someone else?
No.
Okay. So have you ever been to someone previous to today to help with this anxiety, or have you talked to any other doctors or therapists?
I see a therapist pretty regularly, and I've done that on and off um, for a few years now.
And where do you go see your therapist at?
Turfland Family Medicine.
Okay. Have you ever taken any psychiatric medications, or are you currently on any?
No.
And have you ever, at any point, been to an inpatient treatment facility for your anxiety or any other?
No.
All right. And have you ever expressed any suicidal thoughts to anyone, or have you ever had any suicide attempts? And do you know if anyone in your family has ever struggled with the same problems that you struggle with, or any other history of mental illness?
Yeah, so there's a big history in my family, actually. of anxiety disorders and bipolar disorder. A lot of people in my family struggle with mental health issues.
Anyone in your immediate family, like your mom or dad or siblings?
My dad has an anxiety disorder. My brother is bipolar.
And at the moment or any time in the past, have you ever struggled with misusing alcohol or any drugs in any way?
No.
Has anyone in your family ever struggled with that or?
My grandfather, but he passed away a long time ago, but he's the only one that I know of.
Okay. And was his drugs or alcohol?
It was drugs.
Okay, so just tell me a little bit about your family. Have any siblings? Who lives with you in your home? Just kind of about you.
Nope, just me. I have a brother. He doesn't live here. My parents are still together, still married, happily married. Not a whole lot to say. I see them regularly, talk to them every day, pretty close. I love my parents deeply, dearly.
Perfect. And if you had to identify a support network for yourself or people that you really trust, who would that be?
My parents.
And have you ever been married or had any kids? Have you or anyone in your close to your family experienced any sort of stressful or traumatic event recently, like a death or a divorce or moving?
No.
Have you ever experienced before within your family, a group of friends, or any relationship you've been in, any sort of abuse, whether that be physical, verbal, or sexual?
No.
Do you have any current or past medical conditions or diagnoses that aren't related to mental health?
I do.
And do you mind telling me what those are?
Just migraines and allergies. Nothing serious.
And how often do you get your migraines?
Um, I'm on medicine, so a couple times, sometimes once a week, sometimes a couple times a week. It just depends.
Okay. And what medication are you on for your migraines?
It is Topamax.
And do you currently take any other medications?
No.
Have you had any history of hospitalizations for any kind?
No. No, I have not.
And have you ever had a serious head injury?
No.
Do you have any allergies besides just seasonal allergies?
Allergic to cats, dogs, and dust.
Okay. And so just kind of wrapping things up here, what would you say are your three main goals to work on in upcoming sessions?
I'd love to find ways to cope with my anxiety. Um, maybe ways, just maybe some breathing exercises when I find myself getting really, really anxious to help me calm down in the moment. And I don't know. I can't think of the third one, but really just finding coping skills is my biggest one.
Yeah, for sure. Those are definitely two great goals that we can start out with. But that wraps up for my questions for today's sessions. Do you have any questions or concerns for me or anything else you would like to talk about?
I don't.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and we will get your next appointment scheduled.
Thank you.
Thank you.